Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's intellectual exchange. I'm thrilled to have an inspiring session on holistic approaches to child advocacy in education. Today's discussion promises to be enlightening as we delve into comprehensive strategies and innovative methods for advocating for children's well-being and educational setting. We invite you all to engage actively, ask questions. You can drop your questions after now and share your insights as we explore the holistic approaches. So I want to welcome Progress Ifeoma Uchendu, a passionate and dedicated certified educator, to tell us a bit about herself, since she's going to be talking about the holistic approaches to child advocacy in education. Over to you, Ifeoma.
Hi, Gloria. It's really an honor to be here. I'm really grateful for this. So I'm Progress Ifeoma Uchendu. I'm a passionate educator with a focus that revolves around educating students on health and environmental safety, and also create a supportive environment that promotes physical, emotional, and academic growth for students, ensuring that every student has a care and safe environment to nurture them for their educational journey. Thank you.
Wow, you're welcome. I'm really happy to have you here today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, so my first question is, how can educators effectively integrate health and safety education into the curriculum to promote holistic child development and well-being?
Okay, so the first thing an educator should do is to infuse or integrate health and safety education into curriculum is through the lesson plan, lesson curriculum, subjects, existing subjects. Now into the curriculum, subject that is physically health related subjects into that. And this method help the student to practice this safety all the time and help them to understand and learn very well, and help the daily activities in the class. And this can be done through teaching the student practical skills such as social and emotional intelligence, safety measures, first aid, environmental safety, basic safety measures around them, both at home, in school, and digital safety and self-awareness. The students need to know basic safety measures around them. So it should be something you do all the time in every of your subjects. Try as much as possible to inculcate this. Try to tell them there's a lot of safety they need to practice to help them. Then also instill health talks in subjects, and also invite health personnel to conduct interactive session among the students. Like in my school, what we usually do is, for me, what I usually do for every of my subjects, because I teach health related subjects. So for every subject I do, few minutes to my class, I try as much as possible to do safety awareness, safety measures, and make the children to understand they need a basic measures for them to grow well, to understand well, and to understand their environment. So the school also, educators need to understand this and try as much as possible for every opportunity within the school environment. Always have informative information about this and give it out to the student all the time.
Amazing. Thank you for that response. I've really gotten a lot from your response. Okay, so my next question is, in what ways do you believe schools can create supportive and inclusive environment for all students, particularly those from marginalized or vulnerable backgrounds?
Yes. Now remember that school environment, like the school world, is is goes beyond simply teaching basic things. There are things the school should create. First of all, school should create a supportive and inclusive environment for every child, for every student to feel safe, to feel safe in that particular environment. Now, what the school should do is to what create a supportive, inclusive environment by implementing proper child safety policy. Like a lot of school doesn't know what child guide safety policy mean. They don't even know. It's only few schools that have policy related to this. They should have a policy that it will require safeguard of the child. What and what does this child need before a child comes to school in the morning? At what level of safety, at what level of healthy that this child is? And what the school is supposed to do is that they should have a policy that every morning before the children comes to the school, before the children enter the school, they should properly be checked. Because there are some children, they will come to school healthy, but when they get to school, going back home, there's something else. Yeah. And you see the parents telling, when I brought this child to school, this child was like this. But if the school has a policy that when the children comes and there's a teacher or there is an educator, there's a group of people in charge of it that check every child, they can always have something to say and to defend. Then sometimes too, children come to school unhealthy, but with this policy, you can now tell if the child can be in class that big or not. Yeah. Then they should also enforce clean, I call it clean, clear policy, where there should policy against bullying, against every form of discrimination. Mm-hmm. You understand these children come from various backgrounds. Of course. And in a class environment, you see some people that are better than some, and some children take advantage of that to bully some that doesn't have this opportunity they have. So there should be a level where every child is the same, in spite of their background. Every child are equal. There should be a welcoming on this. Then they should also provide a supportive services for these challenged children, where there's a department like a guardian and counseling department. When you notice a student or a learner is not safe, or a child is having a particular challenges, this department comes in to help the child to feel safe. Department comes in to help the child to understand the environment, and it will also help the child to develop well academically. Then they should also provide professional development to teachers. Like when I was teaching health topics, because I teach health topics, they call it physical health education, but I teach the health part. Then the other sport masters that teach the physical part. Okay. So when I was teaching those topics, there are some topics that are very, very sensitive. And even me as an educator wasn't proud to share it in class. So sometimes I would just skip those topics and I would just push it to one side until I spoke to someone and he told me that you need to go for professional training, which I did. Now I take this topic professionally and I address it professionally. So schools should also try as much as possible to train teachers educationally. They should just know where to talk about this. And then developing this stuff makes a better support system in the environment.
Amazing. Yeah, I strongly believe, I strongly support you in what you just said. You said something about schools creating policy. Very important, because any schools without policy, I think, is lawless. Things will not go right there. So
things will not go right.
Yeah, you mentioned checking the students once they arrive in school. Very important, because some students, you might, once they come in, they will look healthy because it's in the morning. So who knows what they came in with, but that is not already showcasing. But if there is something like maybe temperature
You
yes,
check their
you check
bodies.
their body's temperature, check
They even go as
all
far
the
checking the
vitals.
food.
Yes,
The food they bring to school. I know some children that the food they bring to school, they don't even eat it. And then the parents, the parents feels that these children are really eating, but this food, they don't even like it. Then you see a teacher forcing this child to eat this
the
kind of
same
food. Maybe you don't know whether it's a leftover food. So when school have this, it goes a long way. I usually say that it prevents you from trouble.
Yes.
Because we've had a case where a woman brought a child in, and I think somehow they were feeding the child, and somehow the child choked, and they couldn't manage it well. And that was how the child died right in the school.
Oh.
And
Oh.
they didn't actually know that this child was sick. There's some children that will be sick and it will not be showing their body.
Exactly.
This kind of sickness that, okay, maybe in the night they are healed, then in the morning they are looking okay. And this school didn't even know how to manage it. So when the parents came, of course, they always push blame to the school. And that was how the school was closed down. In fact, as I'm talking to you, the case is still in the court. So sometimes for you to avoid troubles, student goes a lot of things at home. So you make school environment safe for them.
Yeah.
I have a case where a girl in my class, she tells me a lot of things, and like she's always lively in class. She's always happy in class. She tells me a lot of things, and I'm always, wow, your mommy, your mommy takes care of you. And actually at home is totally different thing. So one of those days we had parents and teachers we greet and
Meeting.
talk,
Okay.
yes. So what we usually do in my school is that the parents and the child will be together, and the teacher, will just be there, be looking at them while they are talking to each other. So, and I noticed something, that this is somebody that whenever she comes to school, she's always brag about her mom and all that. But I noticed something, that she wasn't free with the mom, and the mom was always shouting. In fact, the mom was always shouting. I was always insulting her. I was like, I don't understand. This girl talks so much about you in school. She said she started calling her names, and the girl broke down and she started crying. And then I think there and there she discovered that she has never had time for this girl. The girl has been neglected and not being taken care of. She doesn't eat well. She doesn't dress well. And through that process, mother and daughter was able to bond well. She got to know that the life the girl lives at home is totally different from the life she lives
in
school.
school.
So yeah, so they should be a measures of all those things. If school can look at it critically, you will discover there is a lot of things. Some children live better at home than in school. Some children also live better in school than at home. Some children eat better in school than they eat at home.
Yeah.
So school should also know that it's beyond teaching, it's beyond the basic learning. There's other measures we need to take and put in place.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you very much. All right. My next question is, could you share some practical strategies or initiatives that schools can implement to advocate for child protection and ensure the safety and security of every student within the educational setting?
Yeah, that's a very important question. And I think in Nigeria, yeah, we have a very big problem about that. Before a school should be registered, there should be something like a they call it a child safety guard policy. Now, what does this mean in school is that, one, school should try as much as possible to establish what is called helpline. There's some cases where something might happen critically at home and they don't know who to turn to. But if there's something like a helpline that is open for 24 hours, a child can easily reach out to somebody in the school for a help. Then the school will pick it up. You understand? The school will pick it up, and report any case of abuse or any case of harassment. There should be something like a helpline that every child in the school environment should know, should have. It's not only the line for any complaint or any other thing, but this line should be open for all students to always reach out to the school, to always reach out to this department for any issue, for anything. They feel like talking, they're not comfortable talking at home. They can always reach out. Then also there is what I usually call safety zone, something like I call it safe zone. There should be something like a safe zone in a school where these children can have I have that in my school where we have a place like a safe zone. Every child that is going through different type of challenges will come together and share their challenges. Now in
Wow.
this safe, nobody gets to judge you. Nobody gets to look down on you. You are open, and it has been an interesting journey. So the teacher doesn't get to look down at you, or your colleagues or the student doesn't get to look down on you. Everybody is open. Everybody share this. This is what happened to me. This is what my parents does to me. This is what my help does to me. This is what driver does to me. So the school should also try as much as possible to get something like a just like how we have our clubs, how we have different types of club in schools. It should also be a club for safe zone where those children come. And it will be surprising that a lot of things goes on and it's being swept under the carpet. The parents doesn't know, the school authority doesn't know. So when schools have this kind of initiative in their schools, students can always walk up. They will always wait, okay, I know there is time for safe zone is coming. I will share this thing that's really bothering me. I will share this thing that's really disturbing me. And the child gets encouraged and feel that I'm not alone in this. I have people backing me up. Then also the school should also have what is called regulating conductive safety awareness. All the time you create awareness. There's some school that does what is called gender assembly. Maybe Monday to Fridays, general assembly, but there's this particular day they will pick for gender assembly. Now the gender assembly is where only girls assembly, then the other one will be only boys assembly. You can tell them anything you want to tell them without even, if I'm the one handling the thing, the way I would be so raw, and some of them would be closing their face like this.
I can
That's
imagine.
the gender assembly. So we get to tell them different type of things, different type of reproductive system, things they need to expect. You tell them very, very interesting topics, and it's what school should be doing. It should be what school should be doing all the time. It's not only organization or NGOs that does this. Maybe once in a while they'll come to school to talk. School should also have these strategies within their calendars for that. Then also teaching the students personal boundaries. Just like the regular assembly, what they usually do there, the gender assembly, you tell the students there's what is called personal boundaries. There's what is called respect. There's what is called private part. We tell them the way it is.
Yeah.
And this student gets to, it's always interesting because I usually handle that at most schools I go to. So during the agenda assembly, they can just call an health experts to just talk to the students. You just talk it the way it is. And these children are very, very happy to wait. You see some children not even come for assembly. When it comes to that agenda assembly, they're always present.
Always be there.
Yes, you're waiting for topic that they don't normally treat in class, but they are just always happy to have that money assembly.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
There's something I'm going to add to this. I've heard about this a school that has a box. Okay, there is this box they kept in the cafeteria. So once a child, because most students won't be comfortable to speak out, even to teachers. So, but they can write it down anonymously. Don't write your name, but of course the teachers will indicate.
Don't write your name. Yes.
We'll find out whose writing is that. You understand, and get the person. So with this, the students will be comfortable to do what to write down whatever challenges they're facing and just drop it. Yes. And some of them that are bold enough can even write down their names. And through that, teachers will be able to access that challenge and
I
tackle it.
said,
So in a
I
situation
said,
whereby the students, maybe the teachers were unable to identify which child it is, as in the particular person that wrote that, you can now treat it as a general topic. You treat it as a
yes,
general something that everybody,
general topic.
including that child, will
Thank you.
participate.
Yes,
And you see,
child, yes,
you've indirectly tackled the case. So I think that one is very important, because if the
yes.
child is shy or doesn't want to share his or her problem, the person will be able to write it down and submit and get answer indirectly.
Write it down to share it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
So
That's
I'll go to
really
my last
interesting.
question. My last question is, how can educators
Okay.
collaborate with, okay, I'll repeat it. How can educators collaborate with parents, communities, and other stakeholders to implement comprehensive child advocacy? Comprehensive child advocacy
Okay. So
programs
educators, yes.
that address the diverse needs of students and then promote their overall growth
Yes.
and success.
Wow, that's beautiful. So educators can collaborate with parents, community, and stakeholders. First, there should be a constant open communication. Open communication is very, 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 very important. Like some parents, because of the open relationship I have with them, there are things they tell me. They will say, please, ma, help me to watch my daughter today, or help me to watch my daughter this week. She's hiding something. And the funniest thing is that, like I usually tell parents, please don't push hard. They
Yeah.
might not be comfortable talking to you. Yes. And also don't expect me to bring out the secret to you. But there's some things they discuss or tell me as a teacher. There's a way I also discuss it to the parents, so that to not put this child in danger. So there should be a constant, open, consistent communication between parents or the society. Then the other thing is to invite the community members to participate in schools events and schools programs. I know of a school where the community put a wide watch in the school. I think one of those days where there's this student, they went somewhere with some girls because of it was a community school and it was around the neighborhood.
Mm.
They report immediately to the school environment that your students usually don't go home at the end of the day.
Wow.
They go out for this, they go out for this, they go out for this. So it should be something you have a school in a community. Also make the community to be part of the school because there's some information they will give you that the school management doesn't even know what happened outside the school.
Yeah.
So because sometimes some of these students, it doesn't end there. Some of them still go home. They don't even go home. Some of them still even say lie to their parents that they are staying after school for after school
Yeah.
lesson or something. But when the community is involved in the school, the student get to know that there's nothing you can do, you can hide. There's somebody that will always, always come to tell the school. You understand? Then they should also organize something like parent school workshop, helping the parents to support their children, helping to know how does parents help their children. We had a case one time where a student, the boy he came to the school and was behaving mentally. When somebody is mentally disabled,
Mm.
and then some of my colleagues didn't really understand what was wrong with the boy. But because of my little experience with drug abuse, I knew this boy has taken something.
Wow.
And yes, he has taken something. So he was behaving so abnormal. So we put a call to the mom to come to school. And the woman said that she was actually the one that gave the boy the drugs, that she saw it at home, but she needed to double dose it. Like instead of she giving the boy a particular dose, she doubled the dose to give the boy. And this boy had a side effect of because of what he has taken.
What?
So parents, school should also open a training, a workshop for parents to know. There are a lot of things they need to know. We should not just assume that we all know. And we should also not assume that these children also know. You don't give them any types of drugs because your child is sick. You give the child drugs that you are not meant to do. So school can make a system where you train parents, like these days now we have parents that are so busy, you know. There's some parents that doesn't even know that their children has infection, because they've never taken time to watch the children, they've never taken time to beat them. The children are left in the hands of the house help all the time. So when there's a workshop or train like this, school can get a health personnel to train the parents on these little things.
Yeah.
They are little things, but over time it gets to build up. And when the children grow up, they will discover that all this life, their parents provided something that was actually meant to destroy their life. So some parents feel that it's only money that I can give my children, but actually money cannot make that child safe.
At
So
all.
they just cannot make that child safe. So there should be a workshop, there should be a training, there should be something that will put the parents in check. It's not the school job to do all the things. We can do the one we can do, but when the children comes back home, what happened to them? Then the other one is to get the school should create a system of feedback from parents, from society. When some school, when communities or the neighbors around talk to them, they feel they don't know what they are talking about. There should be a feedback if there's something happening and people are talking about it. The school should also take that seriously. If parents is talking about something, the school should also take that. So there should something like a system of feedback. When you get feedback from neighbors, so once in a while you can go around and ask, please, can you just tell me anything about our school? What do you know about our school? Because these are the same community that will always point hand and this school and say this school is always the best. They're also your marketers. Likewise, the parents too. When a parent is love a school so much, she can market the school to the whole world. So there should be a system where feedback is welcomed and supporting the need to strive the student to succeed academically.
Wow. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. I truly appreciate this. Your insights and experiences have truly inspired me to think more broadly and act more effectively in my role as an educator and advocate. So let's continue to carry forward the strategy.
Somebody said, yeah, somebody said that there we that I've left my subject in a health line because whenever the person comes to my corner, I'm always around students, one-on-one session.
That's guidance
This one
and
is telling me
counseling.
about my boyfriend. This one is telling me about, and I'm just enjoying this story.
Yeah.
So it is something that every school, even government, should take seriously because those children, there's a lot that's really happening. Like I usually tell people that you might not know their formative age is the most important thing. So whatever they learn at that stage goes a long way with them.
Yes.
So if the school will come together, the community, the society, even the government will come together and train teachers, train school owners on child safety, it will go a long way. It will go a long way about that.
Wow, thank you very much. I can see you've gradually moved from health teacher to guidance and counseling, and that's amazing because if you can get the students to open up to you, they can tell you anything, and when a child cannot hide anything, you'll be able to correct. But a child that keeps secrets, how can you don't even know where to start. So I think you are doing amazing work. Thank you very much for all that you do. And I would say keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. Thank
Well
you.
done. So
Thank you so much, Glory.
You're welcome. Okay, so because of time, we'll have to draw the curtain for today's intellectual exchange. I've learned a lot from you, and I believe that the audience, the viewers that are going to look at or watch this video are going to also learn a lot from you too. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It was an interesting topic, and
Yeah.
I pray we'll walk this through and help this generation to become better what they need to be. Like I was talking to somebody and I told the person that when we were growing up, it was the society that trained us. It was the society. Your parents have a say, but the society has a major say.
Yeah.
But this generation is something different.
It is.
And many of us turned out to be better because of the school we went to, because of the society we grew up to. But we have lives in our hands and we need to watch and be careful.